Asterisk hey guys. Asterisk settle in. Asterisk find a comfortable spot. Asterisk dim the lights. Maybe sip something warm. Because tonight, we're drifting into a corner of Roman history where everyone thought they were the main character. And somehow no one had the emotional stability to actually be one. Asterisk, we're starting with the first imperial dynasty of Rome. The glamorous, dysfunctional, and chronically over-caffeinated Julio-Claudians. Asterisk, and yes, eventually we'll reach the poster child of imperial meltdowns. That one young emperor whose life reads like a Netflix drama that refused to get cancelled. Asterisk, but let's not rush. Asterisk, this is bedtime history. Asterisk, we glide. We wander. We linger on the messy details. Asterisk, we take slow breaths as we watch an empire quietly unravel under the weight of its own family issues. Asterisk, so. Asterisk, let's settle back and drift into the strange, soft shadows of Rome, where power was absolute, love was conditional, and mental breakdowns were basically a family hobby. Asterisk. Asterisk, floating back to the beginning. Asterisk, before we even get close to Nero's entrance, the dramatic, eyeliner-smeared final act of this dynasty, we need to slide gently backward. Asterisk, like far backward. Asterisk, all the way to the man who started the empire by pretending he definitely didn't want to start an empire. Asterisk, yes. We're talking about Augustus, the quiet overachiever of antiquity. Asterisk, Augustus was the type of guy who would burn down your house, take over your neighborhood, reorganize the entire city, and then say, "Oh, I was just helping. I don't even like power." Asterisk, he ruled for decades with the calm, patient energy of a man who alphabetizes his spice rack. Asterisk, this would have been fine. Asterisk, except he accidentally created a system where Rome needed one stable person in charge at all times, and the family he left behind was absolutely not that. Asterisk, he didn't produce many biological heirs. Asterisk, so he did what any Roman uncle with authority issues would do. Asterisk, he adopted people. Asterisk, and then adopted replacements when those people died. Asterisk, and then adopted replacements for the replacements. Asterisk, if you ever felt messy picking someone to run a group project, just remember, Augustus spent most of his life trying to find one stable adult male in his family, and still somehow ended up with Tiberius. Asterisk, Tiberius, Rome's first professional sulker. Asterisk, after Augustus finally decided the empire needed a successor, he handed it to Tiberius, a man whose personality can be described as introvert taken to its most tragic extreme. Asterisk, Tiberius didn't want the job. Asterisk, he didn't like crowds. Asterisk, he didn't like people. Asterisk, honestly, he didn't even like himself. Asterisk, he spent the early part of his reign pretending to rule Rome while quietly resenting every moment of it. Asterisk, and the later part? Asterisk, he fled to an island. Asterisk, he didn't even try to hide the fact that he hated being emperor. He literally went to Capri, built some villas, and basically said, "Don't call me, I'll call you." Never. Asterisk, imagine the CEO of a multinational corporation deciding he's had enough. Zoom meetings and moves to a remote island to sulk forever. Asterisk, that's Tiberius. Asterisk, this left Rome in the hands of his assistants, informants, and increasingly paranoid fantasies. People were exiled. People were executed. And Tiberius just sipped wine by the sea, vaguely aware something was probably happening, but definitely not motivated enough to check. And of course, because Roman politics never misses a chance to get weird, he left the empire to a young man who really shouldn't have been given sharp objects, let alone the entire Roman military. Caligula. When red flags become a government, enter Caligula, a man whose childhood nickname meant Little Boot. Honestly, that tells you everything you need to know about his life trajectory. Caligula grew up in military camps, adored by soldiers, traumatized by politics, and surrounded by violent murder. A perfect resume for Roman leadership. When he became emperor, Rome celebrated as if good times had arrived. For about 6 months. Then things started to go downhill in that slow, uneasy way where everyone just collectively pretends everything's fine while quietly planning their escape. Root. Caligula. Declared himself a living god. Held conversations with statues. Fought with the moon. Yes, the moon. And may or may not have tried to appoint his horse to political office. The horse story is debated. But let's be honest, if any emperor was going to do it, it was going to be Caligula. His reign was basically a masterclass in how absolute power, untreated childhood trauma, and zero accountability can turn a man into the world's most chaotic roommate. Eventually the Roman elite decided, maybe we shouldn't be ruled by a man who challenges Neptune to a fist fight. And Caligula was dramatically removed from office, permanently, and suddenly. Rome needed another emperor, Claudius, the accidentally competent uncle after Caligula's demise. The Praetorian Guard rummaged through the palace and found Claudius hiding behind a curtain. Claudius was the family's awkward, overlooked uncle. He limped. He stuttered. He had chronic health issues. Everyone assumed he was harmless. Which, ironically, made him the safest option. He ruled well, shockingly well, given the family track record. He reformed laws, expanded the empire, and generally behaved like someone who had spent decades watching his family make terrible choices and wanted to prove a point. But here's the thing about Claudius. Every time he made a good decision, he balanced it with a terrible one. Like marrying an ambitious young noblewoman named Agrippina the Younger. This was a woman who ate political strategy for breakfast and familial manipulation for dessert. She was brilliant. She was calculating. She never missed a chance to climb the ladder, even if she had to set it on fire behind her. She also had a young son. A boy named Lucius Domitius Ahenobarbus. But we'll get to him in a moment. Agrippina, the dynasty's most determined mother. So let's float gently into the life of Agrippina, because honestly, she is the gravitational force pulling us toward Nero. Asterisk Agrippina wasn't just any noblewoman. Asterisk, she was a granddaughter of Augustus, niece of one emperor, sister of another, and future mother of a third. Asterisk Rome was basically her messy family reunion. Asterisk she grew up surrounded by political bloodshed and had a front row seat to the performative chaos of Caligula. Asterisk he once forced her to sit beside him at banquets while he threatened her life, which is exactly the kind of bonding experience that produces either trauma or ambition. Asterisk Agrippina chose ambition. Asterisk when she married Claudius. It wasn't for romance. Asterisk it was strategy. Asterisk she positioned herself as empress, reorganized palace politics, and slowly started pushing her son forward like a parent determined to make sure her kid gets the lead role in the school play. Except the school play is the Roman Empire. Asterisk Claudius already had a biological son, Britannicus. Asterisk, but Agrippina didn't care about obstacles. Asterisk she convinced Claudius to adopt her own son instead. Asterisk which means the boy suddenly went from Lucius Domitius Ahenobarbus to Nero Claudius Caesar, a name heavy with dynastic expectation. Asterisk and once Nero became heir, Agrippina's next step was simple. Asterisk make sure Claudius didn't change his mind. Asterisk history gently suggests she may have helped him along to the afterlife with suspiciously well-timed mushrooms. Asterisk, but let's not accuse anyone. Asterisk, let's just drift over that detail. Asterisk, the important thing is, asterisk Claudius died. Asterisk Nero became emperor. Asterisk and Rome collectively braced itself. Asterisk Nero. Enter the final act just softly. Asterisk we're not diving into the big Nero stories yet. Asterisk not the fires, not the music, not the conspiracies. Asterisk right now. Let's just glide into his world as he steps onto the stage for the first time. A teenager handed the keys to the largest empire in the Western world. Asterisk he was young. Asterisk he was impressionable. Asterisk he was absolutely not ready. Asterisk his tutors, especially the philosopher Seneca, tried to shape him into a reasonable ruler. Asterisk they gave him moral lectures, political advice, and long letters about self-discipline, which Nero listened to with the energy of a kid who wants to be anywhere but in class. Asterisk Agrippina hovered. Asterisk she hovered so much that entire Senate meetings felt like bring your mother to work day. Asterisk Nero wanted artistic freedom. Asterisk Agrippina wanted control. Asterisk Seneca wanted stability. Asterisk the Praetorian Guard wanted peace. Asterisk the Senate wanted relevance. Asterisk and Rome. Asterisk Rome wanted an emperor who wasn't about to have a meltdown. Asterisk but Nero was caught between expectations he never asked for and a family legacy that practically guaranteed disaster. Asterisk a dynasty built on ambition, paranoia, and dramatic exits wasn't exactly going to produce someone emotionally balanced. Asterisk so here we are. Asterisk the first imperial dynasty is wobbling. Asterisk Tiberius sulked. Asterisk Caligula exploded. Asterisk Claudius tripped into power. Asterisk Agrippina schemed. Asterisk and now a teenage boy sits on the throne, surrounded by advisors who all want something different from him. Asterisk it's quiet. Asterisk it's fragile. Asterisk it's the soft inhale before the slow motion collapse. Asterisk, and that's where we'll pause. Gently. Asterisk because part 2 will drift deeper into Nero's early reign. The awkward relationships, the dynasty's final cracks, and the long, slow descent that turns a young emperor into a historical cautionary tale. Asterisk. So, asterisk, let's drift back into the palace. Asterisk, it's early in Nero's reign. Asterisk, he's still basically a teenager in a toga, trying to look authoritative while internally panicking about which fork to use at state banquets. Asterisk. He wakes up every morning with the emotional stability of a first-year college student who didn't actually want to major in political science, but his parents insisted. Asterisk meanwhile, Rome is just watching. Asterisk waiting. Asterisk hoping the new emperor won't start a civil war or challenge a deity to hand combat. Like certain predecessors, asterisk at first, things seem calm. Asterisk calm enough that historians described Nero's earliest years as good, even pleasant, mostly because Agrippina, Seneca, and the Praetorian prefect Boris were basically doing all the work while Nero drifted through life, like a mildly confused theater kid. Asterisk, let's float in a little closer. Asterisk, asterisk Nero's early reign, the overshadowed boy emperor asterisk Nero, at 16 or 17, enjoyed the superficial perks of power. Asterisk, he loved games, music, performances, and anything that made him feel appreciated. Asterisk, he was the type of kid who tried on every hobby at least once, then abandoned it within 15 minutes unless someone clapped loudly enough. Asterisk, but behind the scenes, the real power sat in the hands of 3 people. Asterisk 1. Agrippina, the world's most intense helicopter parent. Asterisk 2. Seneca, the philosopher who desperately wanted to turn Nero into a moral adult. Asterisk 3. Boris, the no-nonsense military official who tried to minimize chaos. Asterisk, this trio basically run Rome, and Nero allowed it because he preferred spending his time writing poetry that no one asked to hear. Asterisk Agrippina, though. Asterisk Agrippina was operating on a completely different emotional wavelength. Asterisk, she had spent her entire life climbing towards power, around it, over it, through it, and now that her son was emperor, she wanted to sit beside him on the throne. Asterisk literally. Asterisk, she once tried to climb onto the same ceremonial platform during an audience, and Nero had to gently, awkwardly, "Mom, please. This is embarrassing her back down." Asterisk for Rome. The situation felt like a long-running drama where everyone pretended not to notice the tension. Asterisk Agrippina wanted control. Asterisk Seneca wanted distance. Asterisk Boris wanted to keep everyone alive. Asterisk and Nero. Asterisk Nero wanted Agrippina to stop controlling his life long enough for him to flirt with whomever he pleased. Asterisk, it was a recipe for, well, not disaster yet, but certainly for raised eyebrows. Asterisk, asterisk. The problem with having an overqualified mother, asterisk Agrippina, was brilliant. Asterisk sharp. Asterisk strategic. Asterisk. But her biggest flaw was that she didn't know when to stop. Asterisk she. wanted her son to respect her authority. She wanted the Senate to recognize her influence. She wanted the army to understand she held the real power. So she inserted herself everywhere. State meetings. She hovered. Public ceremonies. She stood in the background, posing like she was waiting for someone to introduce her. Foreign ambassadors. She greeted them before Nero could. She even had coins minted with her face next to Nero's, at equal size. Imagine your mom insisting that your official ID badge include her portrait too, just so everyone knows where you came from. At first, Nero tolerated it. He even leaned on her influence when things felt overwhelming. But as he grew older, he grew resentful. He didn't want to be a puppet. He didn't want to be lectured. And he definitely didn't want his mother deciding who he could and couldn't date. Which brings us to the next soft, slow, drifting disaster. Nero's love life. A mess in slow motion. Nero's first major conflict with Agrippina wasn't political. It was personal. Enter Claudia Act. A young freedwoman from the imperial household. Kind, humble, and deeply problematic in Agrippina's eyes because she wasn't royalty. Act adored Nero. Nero adored Act. And Agrippina adored telling Nero that Act was beneath him. It escalated in that classic teenage boy versus controlling mother way. Except the stakes were slightly higher because one of them was Emperor of Rome. Agrippina threatened to expose Nero's behavior. Nero accused her of meddling. Seneca sighed deeply and tried to write another letter about self-control. The whole palace felt like a never-ending family argument where everyone pretended everything was normal. And slowly, very slowly, Nero began to push his mother away. Not dramatically, not violently, just distancing. He stopped inviting her to meetings. Stopped consulting her. Stopped including her in ceremonies. Agrippina responded by becoming louder, more demanding, and increasingly theatrical. It was only a matter of time before things turned politically toxic. The first real cracks in the dynasty. Remember Nero's stepbrother, Britannicus? Claudius's biological son. The boy who should have been emperor if Agrippina hadn't rewritten the family tree. He was still alive. Still young. Still technically a threat, especially to Agrippina. As Nero pulled away from his mother, Agrippina tried using Britannicus as leverage. She reminded Nero that there was another boy with a stronger claim. She hinted she could support him. Instead, it was a spectacularly bad idea. Not because Britannicus did anything wrong. He was just a teenager trying to survive in a dynasty that treated children like political chess pieces. But because Nero panicked, and when young emperors panic, bad things happen. Britannicus died suddenly during a banquet. Poison. Most likely asterisk the kind of thing that just happened in Roman elite circles, like unwanted pop quizzes or awkward birthday gifts. Asterisk the reaction in Rome was tense asterisk, but Nero insisted it was an epileptic seizure. Asterisk, and because the Julio-Claudian dynasty had trained everyone to accept weird explanations. Most people nodded and moved on. Asterisk except Agrippina. Asterisk she knew exactly what happened. Asterisk and she realized something important. Asterisk Nero no longer needed her. Asterisk when Agrippina realized this, she switched strategies, from controlling mother to threatening rival. Asterisk she began openly meeting with senators. Asterisk consulting with commanders. Asterisk reminding everyone of her lineage. More direct, more prestigious, more august and asterisk for Nero. This was terrifying. Asterisk he feared she could overthrow him. Asterisk he feared she could support someone else. Asterisk he feared basically everything. Asterisk the palace grew quiet. Asterisk and then colder. Asterisk and then dangerous. Asterisk the slow drip of paranoia asterisk as Nero tightened control over the empire. Something new started spreading through his mind. Paranoia. Asterisk this wasn't the dramatic, screaming paranoia of Caligula. Asterisk this was the quiet, sleepless kind, the sort that creeps in when you're afraid of the people closest to you. Asterisk he worried about conspiracies. Asterisk he worried about assassinations. Asterisk he worried about his mother. Asterisk and the more he worried, the more he trusted Seneca and Burrus as his stabilizers. Asterisk they wanted peace. Asterisk they shaped policy. Asterisk they kept him focused. Asterisk but Agrippina remained a looming presence. Angry, wounded, increasingly confrontational. Asterisk she reminded Nero loudly that she had put him on the throne. Asterisk she reminded the palace staff that she controlled the dynasty's legacy. Asterisk she reminded foreign diplomats that her bloodline reached Augustus himself. Asterisk Nero couldn't compete with that. Asterisk he didn't have the pedigree. Asterisk he didn't have the gravitas. Asterisk he didn't have the emotional resilience either. Asterisk so the relationship deteriorated in slow motion. The kind of slow motion where everyone watching knows someone's about to get pushed off. Something asterisk drifting toward a breaking point asterisk as we float deeper into this early stage of Nero's reign. It's important to remember something. Asterisk nothing explosive has happened yet. Asterisk we're still in the gentle descent. Asterisk the soft unraveling. Asterisk the quiet prelude before the dynasty starts throwing historical furniture at the walls. Asterisk right now. Asterisk Nero is insecure but hopeful. Asterisk Agrippina is angry but determined. Asterisk Seneca is calm but nervous. Asterisk the empire is stable but uneasy. Asterisk it's the feeling of standing on a creaking staircase. Nothing has snapped yet, but every step makes you wonder whether the next one will hold. Asterisk Agrippina kept trying to regain influence. Asterisk Nero kept pushing her away. Asterisk neither wanted to compromise. Asterisk both believed the other was dangerous. Asterisk and the more Nero matured, the more he wanted freedom, artistic, political, personal. Asterisk he wanted to perform. Asterisk to write. Asterisk to be admired. Not as emperor, but as a talented young artist. Asterisk Rome felt differently. Asterisk Rome did not want its emperor starring in musical performances. Asterisk Rome wanted stability, military victories, and tax policies that didn't involve dramatic stage lighting. Asterisk but Nero didn't care about the empire's expectations. Not yet. Asterisk he cared about how he felt. Asterisk and how he felt was trapped. Asterisk a young man with absolute power, emotional instability, and a controlling mother is a dangerous combination. Asterisk not because he intends harm, but because fear and ego often make people act before they think. Asterisk that's where Nero was drifting. Asterisk toward a decision he believed would free him. Asterisk a decision he would later justify. Asterisk a decision Rome would later condemn. Asterisk a decision historians would debate endlessly. Asterisk but asterisk we're not there yet. Asterisk for now. We're hovering in that quiet space. The soft night air of early imperial Rome, watching a dynasty slowly squeeze itself apart. Asterisk Nero sits in his chambers, staring at the walls, imagining a world where he can breathe without his mother's shadow. Asterisk Agrippina stands in her villa, staring across the bay, imagining a world where her son realizes how much he owes her. Asterisk both are waiting. Asterisk both are tense. Asterisk both believe the other is the problem. Asterisk and the rest of Rome, the Senate, the Guard, the advisors, wait to see which one will act first. Asterisk. Asterisk let's slip back into the palace. Asterisk it's late. Asterisk the lamps burn low. Asterisk and somewhere in the echoing marble halls, Rome's most complicated mother-son relationship is quietly approaching its breaking point. Asterisk we left Nero and Agrippina circling each other like two exhausted actors trapped in the final act of a play. Neither of them wants to perform anymore. Asterisk Nero feels watched. Asterisk Agrippina feels discarded. Asterisk and their advisors feel like they're babysitting a volcano that is politely giving warnings before erupting. Asterisk Rome doesn't know it yet, but the soft hum of instability is about to rise a note. Asterisk not dramatically. Asterisk not explosively. Asterisk just inevitably. Asterisk let's drift closer. Asterisk. Asterisk the growing distance. No one could ignore asterisk by the time Nero entered his late teens. Everyone could see the tension. Asterisk he avoided his mother in public. Asterisk she avoided looking like she cared. Asterisk and the entire palace staff tried to drift around them without making eye contact. Asterisk Agrippina began losing her privileges piece by piece. Asterisk small details at first. Asterisk a reduced escort. Asterisk less ceremonial presence. Asterisk fewer invitations to official meetings. Asterisk then the removal of her personal guards. Asterisk each step felt minor, but together they told a chilling story. Asterisk Nero was creating space between them, a very cold, very political space. Asterisk Agrippina responded with the emotional intensity of a woman who had spent her entire life fighting for power and refused to accept that the fight might be over. Asterisk she scolded Nero Asterisk she warned him. Asterisk she threatened to support rival claimants. Asterisk she even reminded him, often, that she had placed him on the throne in the first place. Asterisk this was not ideal bedtime behavior. Asterisk Nero hated confrontations. Asterisk Seneca hated drama. Asterisk Burrus hated anything that required extra guard rotations. Asterisk Agrippina, however, loved being right, and she saw Nero drifting toward people who made her feel deeply, personally offended. Asterisk which leads us gently to Poppaea. Asterisk Poppaea Sabina. The new variable asterisk enter Poppaea Sabina. A woman whose presence in Nero's life was like adding scented oil to a fire. It made everything smell nicer, but it definitely increased the flames. Asterisk Poppaea was beautiful, clever, and socially skilled. Asterisk she understood court politics the way some people understand fashion trends, instinctively, effortlessly. Asterisk Nero adored her. Asterisk Agrippina despised her. Asterisk Poppaea knew that Agrippina was the primary obstacle standing between her and becoming the emperor's official partner. Asterisk and Agrippina knew Poppaea was trying to replace her influence. Asterisk so the two women entered a quiet battle, fought through side remarks, strategic tears, and subtle political nudges. Asterisk Poppaea encouraged Nero to assert independence. Asterisk Agrippina demanded control. Asterisk Nero wavered, torn between maternal duty and personal desire. Asterisk it was the kind of situation that keeps emperors awake at night and exhausts everyone else in the palace. Asterisk Agrippina's last attempts at control. Asterisk Agrippina wasn't good at stepping back gracefully. Asterisk she had survived the reign of Caligula. Asterisk she had survived exile, politics, and family betrayals. Asterisk she had married an emperor, positioned her son as heir, and built herself into one of the most powerful women in Roman history. Asterisk she wasn't going down quietly. Asterisk so she did what she always did. She made threats. Asterisk soft threats. Asterisk sharp threats. Asterisk the kind of threats only a Roman mother could deliver while maintaining perfect posture. Asterisk she reminded Nero that she had other relatives she could support. Asterisk she reminded him that the army respected her lineage. Asterisk she reminded him that the Senate admired her ancestry. Asterisk it was a risky move. Too risky. Asterisk because the more she threatened, the more Nero panicked. Asterisk this wasn't the confident emperor of later stories. Asterisk this was a young man, insecure, pressured, unbalanced, and terrified of losing control. Asterisk and when a frightened emperor looks for reassurance, he listens to whoever whispers promises of safety. Asterisk that whisper came from Poppaea. Asterisk it came from courtiers eager to rise. Asterisk it came from advisors who feared Agrippina's return to power. Asterisk slowly. The voices around Nero began suggesting one conclusion. Asterisk Agrippina was dangerous. Asterisk and danger, in Rome, was rarely allowed to live peacefully. Asterisk the soft, uneasy path to a terrible idea. Asterisk let's be clear. Nero did not wake up one morning thinking, Asterisk HM, what if I tried to eliminate my mother? Asterisk it was gradual. Asterisk a slow accumulation of fear, resentment, and terrible advice. Asterisk step by step. Asterisk 1. Agrippina's status declined. Asterisk she lost honors. She lost guards. She lost proximity. Asterisk 2. Nero's paranoia grew. Asterisk every warning she gave felt like a threat. Asterisk every move she made felt like a possible conspiracy. Asterisk 3. Poppaea fed the anxiety. Asterisk calmly, gently, but consistently. Asterisk 4. Seneca and Boris grew distant. Asterisk they didn't directly advise violence, but they also didn't know how to stop the situation. Asterisk 5. Agrippina's allies signaled concern. Asterisk which only made Nero more afraid that she was gathering political support. Asterisk it all added up to a soft, inevitable slide toward an unthinkable option. Asterisk not because of malice. Asterisk not because of cruelty. Asterisk but because Nero was overwhelmed and Agrippina refused to step back. Asterisk the final tipping point was simple. Asterisk Poppaea insisted. Nero could never marry her without removing Agrippina's influence permanently. Asterisk and Nero, desperate to keep Poppaea and terrified of his mother, finally convinced himself something had to be done. Asterisk what he needed was a plan. Asterisk a subtle plan. Asterisk a plan that would avoid blame. Asterisk a plan that would look like an accident. Asterisk and because. This was the Julio-Claudian Dynasty, where bad ideas were basically a family tradition. Nero and his advisors settled on one of the strangest assassination methods ever conceived. Asterisk the infamous boat scheme. Asterisk yes. Asterisk we've reached the boat. Asterisk the collapsing boat that wouldn't collapse. Asterisk the assassination attempt so poorly executed it feels like a dark Roman comedy. Asterisk here's how it happened, gently, slowly, and with the kind of planning energy you'd expect from panicked young aristocrats trying to solve a problem without witnesses. Asterisk Nero arranged for Agrippina to be invited to a celebration in her honor. Asterisk he greeted her politely. Asterisk he offered gifts. Asterisk he smiled warmly, in that very stiff way a person smiles when their internal monologue is screaming. Asterisk then he offered her a boat to return home. Asterisk a beautiful boat. Asterisk decorated. Asterisk elegant. Asterisk structural integrity questionable. Asterisk it had a mechanism intended to collapse the deck at sea. Asterisk Agrippina and her companion would fall into the water. Asterisk the boat would sink. Asterisk everyone would cry tragic accident. Asterisk and Nero would be free. Asterisk simple. Asterisk in theory. Asterisk except, as with most Julio-Claudian plans, it went wrong immediately. Asterisk Agrippina was on the boat. Asterisk the mechanism triggered. Asterisk the deck collapsed. Asterisk and somehow she didn't die. Asterisk the boat didn't sink properly. Asterisk one of her attendants drowned. A dark moment. But Agrippina swam. Asterisk calmly. Asterisk competently. Asterisk like a woman who had survived far worse from her family. Asterisk fishermen rescued her. Asterisk she returned to shore. Asterisk and she realized exactly what had happened. Asterisk imagine the emotional whiplash. Asterisk you survive an assassination attempt. Asterisk by your son. Asterisk. And you have to pretend everything is fine so you don't provoke him into trying again immediately. Asterisk she sent Nero a message saying she was safe, uninjured, grateful to the gods, and hoped he wasn't worried. Asterisk which, in fairness, was a very polite version of asterisk I know what you did, and I'm giving you one chance to stop before this gets uglier. Asterisk Nero, however, did not feel reassured. Asterisk he felt exposed. Asterisk he felt panicked. Asterisk he felt like the failed boat attempt made him look incompetent. Asterisk and frightened emperors, as always, make terrible decisions. Asterisk the final break. Asterisk when Nero heard Agrippina survived, he froze. Asterisk then he paced. Asterisk then he panicked so loudly that the entire palace heard. Rumor shifting like winter wind. Asterisk he sent messages to Burrus and Seneca. Asterisk he demanded advice. Asterisk he begged for guidance. Asterisk both men, exhausted and politically cornered, gave careful half-answers. Asterisk they didn't endorse violence. Asterisk they didn't forbid it. Asterisk they simply told him that stability must be preserved. Asterisk and Nero interpreted that in the most destructive way possible. Asterisk he sent soldiers. Asterisk quietly. Asterisk under darkness. Asterisk with orders they knew better than to question. Asterisk Agrippina was killed in her villa, suddenly, violently, and far from the public eye. Asterisk Rome woke to the news of her death wrapped in layers of official explanation. Asterisk she had plotted against the emperor. Asterisk she had endangered the state. Asterisk she had died resisting arrest. Asterisk no one believed it. Asterisk no one openly challenged it. Asterisk Rome had learned long ago that disagreeing with emperors rarely improved one's life expectancy. Asterisk but something changed in Nero after that night. Asterisk not immediately. Asterisk not dramatically. Asterisk just subtly. Asterisk the soft, hesitant boy emperor vanished. Asterisk the artist emperor emerged. Asterisk and the darker, more unstable version of Nero, the one history remembers, began to surface. Asterisk this was the dynasty's turning point. Asterisk the moment the Julio-Claudian household crossed a line it couldn't uncross. Asterisk a mother gone. Asterisk a son permanently scarred. Asterisk an empire drifting toward the quiet chaos of a man who now believed he had no limits. Asterisk